were born to set things right. You have an anointing to change this society. It has to be changed. It can't survive the way it is. So we've got to change it. And the way Donahue ends his book is very interesting. After going through the media and the churches and all the who said that prayer about it not raining? I think package is $5 back. Anyway, take the stuff that's going to be run. If you can stay, or we could go into the clinic there. I hear it's empty now. But he ends up, after showing all the sabotage in our country today, he ends up saying, we will win because we will grow and they will diminish. We will have children and they will kill children. We will have people who know morality and they will have people with no morality. And so ultimately, we do win this battle. And God is on our side. We know that absolutely. Christ came to die for us, and we will suffer for him. He was known by his wounds. Remember when he came back? How did the apostles know? He came in the middle of the room. They saw his wounds. And when Thomas came back after missing Christ's appearance, Christ said, look at my wounds. Put your finger in the nail prints. Put your hand in my side. We, if we're going to be Christ-like, will be wounded. And we are. You know, we've spent 21 years under the gun of the National Organization for Women. We had millions of dollars hanging over us. The whole pro-life movement was supposed to have been stopped by the National Organization for Women and their cohorts, Planned Parenthood and the others, NARAL. They were trying to stop us. But through prayer and perseverance, and not knowing what else to do, we went ahead 3 times before the Supreme Court and we won unanimously. And racketeering was thrown out against the life. My son now, Eric, is being sued by Planned Parenthood. Actually, he sued them for libel. They had said he was behind bombing, arson, murder, so on, which he wasn't. I don't think. I mean, so he sued them for putting these ads, full-page ads in the paper with a burned-out abortion clinic. You know, we don't do that stuff. Somebody does. It's not us. So he sued them for libel. It was an open and shut case, and the state passed a bill that you're allowed to libel now. You're allowed to libel if you think you're going to lose your job or your business. And so in the state of Illinois and about 5 other states, you can tell all the lies you want, and it's legal and it's okay. If you don't, the thing is, if you don't tell those lies, you might lose your business. And so Planned Parenthood now is suing Eric, and as of last count, he owes them $335,000, and the case has gone on for years, so it's probably over $1 million now. But we'll win that case.
Yep.
We will persevere until we win, because sooner or later, right springs up out of the ground. God always wins.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's why this clinic's closed down, and eventually will shut down, and Carhart will go do something else, dentistry or whatever else he's good at, or work in a butcher shop, I don't know. But he will be finished. He will be done. The last time, the Summer of Mercy, we targeted George Tiller. I don't mean targeted in the way they think, but he was our object. He was the abortionist at that time. Now, I don't know who shot or why they shot George or anything else, because we were bringing him around. Troy had the guy ready to go to trial and to lose his business. But whatever happens to Carhart, he'll either be converted or he'll quit. He'll die out. These people don't last. Evil does not persevere over good. In the end, good always wins out, and we are on the side of good. I don't care what you think about us, what you call us. I've been called every name you can think of, and some you can't think of, and I enjoy it. I hate it when abortionists like me. I don't even like for some pro-lifers to like me. And we cause a lot of trouble in the pro-life movement. I am an advocate of the graphics. I say that no social issue has ever been solved without looking at the victim. All the way back, the Wilberforce had to show the chains and do a diagram of the way slaves were packed into these slave ships. until Parliament woke up and outlawed slave trade. We had to show the backs of some of these slaves who had been whipped almost beyond endurance. You've seen the picture of the man with the scars across his back. We had to show civil rights pictures, the people fighting for civil rights being hosed down and with dogs chasing them and so on. We have to see the child labor acts came in after they took pictures of little boys working in the coal mines and the little girls running the big looms. You have to see the victim to understand what is going on. I don't say you have to use it all the time or walk into church with a graphic sign, but you have to be willing to show what abortion is. So we have a thing called Face the Truth, and I know you had one out here not long ago. Jack Ames was in charge of that. We've got them going on in Arizona. We've got them in South Dakota. We've got them in India, all across the country. You go out and stand along the road and show people what abortion is. We always end up with a picture of Christ, and it says Christ forgives and heals. He's holding a baby and he's weeping. It's a beautiful picture. It's a fantastic, I always carry that one because you put an American flag in one corner and we have a place for a flag. I like to mingle church and state every chance you get. We used to sing Christmas carols at the abortionist, and if we could find a mailbox, we would put the nativity set on the mailbox. That's a federal property. And there we are singing Christmas carols, all about Jesus, in front of a piece of federal property with the nativity set on it. And in Chicago one time, the mayor collapsed, gave in, and was taking down the nativity set. And we went down and held the statues. They had thrown Joseph away. My preacher, I felt bad about that. They'd thrown the kings away, but we still had Mary and Jesus, and I had the angel that said, Gloria in excelsis. And we held that for days until they finally passed a ruling that we could have it set up. If we allowed other believers to come in with their empty box for the atheists and their crescent for the Muslims and so on, we kept that nativity set up, and now we have it every year. We open up with a great big bells choir and so on. So we win these things. We stay with them till we win. Never give up.
That's right. Right.
Never say this is not the way to do it. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. And so the people, I don't want to play this up as the only thing, but I know that there are three things that they constantly tell us that the abortionists cannot stand about pro-lifers. The first one is the graphic pictures.
That's right. Yes.
The second one is the graphic pictures. And you can guess the third one. They can't stand it because they can't counter us. What are they going to show? Right. We show what they do. We show their victims. We show how beautiful the child is in our pictures of development. They give us the pictures of what they do to the child. This is abortion. We had somebody stop the other day. We were having a truth tour, and they said, "Are you advertising abortion?" You know, some people are a little dense. Not exactly, but on one of our truth tours, now here's why I am so dedicated to showing abortion. On one of our truth tours in Chicago, we had 22 women on their way to have an abortion or having an abortion schedule who stopped and told us that picture stopped my abortion. Now, I don't care where you stand on being polite and don't hurt people's feelings and all that. If we have 22 babies running around today, they'd be about 2 years old, because this was 2 years ago that we got that figure. We've had other figures, but that was the highest. Those kids are running around today, walking and learning to talk and so on, that would be dead if we hadn't been out there.
Yes.
22. And so I just want to stress the importance of the sight. 91% of what we know, we get by sight. You know that? We learn by sight. And if you're blind, you have to learn Braille and have it explained to you. But by our eyes, we learn 91% of what we know. So what do we know about abortion? It is ugly. It is the destruction of a human being. And we have to go out where abortions take place. You have to be here. If for no other reason than to see where it happens. See the women go